We're here with the Dodge County Independent and the Steele County Times, and we're interviewing Lisa, who is the handler for these beautiful white tigers that are here in this pen behind her. You are the handler here, and this one's getting all excited here. And does he think he's going to eat or something?
Yeah, he's ready to eat.
So how do you feed him? Do you actually go right inside the cage with him?
Well, it depends on what we're doing. If we're feeding for the pictures, they use tongs and they stand on the other side of the barrier there. And then they feed them through the pens. If I'm feeding them dinner at the end of the night, I put them down there at that end. And I put their bowls in here, and then I let them out and they come out and eat them.
How did you get into this, Lise?
I've been working with exotics for a long time.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been working with exotics for a long time, but I started working for this company doing the pony rides and the petting zoos.
Okay.
And then I just kind of got promoted up to where I'm at today. I've been with the company 8 years now.
8 years. And you said you're from Chicago originally. I used to work in Hoffman Estates down there.
Yep, know where it's at.
Yeah.
I'm from Batavia, Illinois, right outside of Chicago.
Okay, small town Chicago girl, got into handling on exotic animals. How did that happen?
Oh, it's a long story. It started with horses.
Horses?
Yeah,
Okay.
I started with horses a long time ago.
Okay.
Like when I was born. We had Daisy walkers. And then we had our house was in town and the horses were out of town. And there was a small exotic farm in between the two. And on Saturdays we would stop and we paid a small donation to go in. And I just got to know Jim, the owner, really well. And that started my love right there.
Wow.
That's how it all started. I was about 10 years old.
And then when you got hooked up with this zoo that handles these exotics, you didn't start out obviously with the tigers, correct?
I had already worked with tigers before I came to this company.
Okay, where did you work with tigers before?
With Jim.
With Jim, okay.
Yeah, and I worked with some ligers and some wolves and different companies, different people.
What is the scariest situation you've ever been in as a handler?
A squirrel bit me.
A squirrel bit you?
Yeah, that was the worst.
That was the worst. All right. Do these tigers ever propose a challenge? You get right into the cage with them, correct?
Yes, but you know they have manners. They're well behaved, and I don't push them to do anything. We're not circus. It's just a static exhibit. So really, I'm just moving them around to clean and stuff like that. I can get them up on the box, show off their nails and their teeth, stuff like that. But I really don't push them to do much. So it's not really that challenging because I'm just staying out of their way. They're staying out of my way and just cleaning.
Okay.
And I brush them and stuff like that, and they enjoy that. So they look forward to that.
Now, these aren't tigers that you could actually get into the cage with and take pictures with like some people do, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
These are pretty much wild tigers, correct?
No, they're all tigers are wild.
Yes.
You never take the wild out of a tiger.
Not a girl. Okay.
So, but these aren't for doing pictures with it, and I don't think anybody has a grown tiger you can do a picture with anymore. That's not kosher. Not something you do anymore.
I've heard some horror stories with that, where people try to do that.
That stopped a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, so what are your tigers' names?
Kadar is the
Kadar?
male. Kadar, K-A-D.
And which one's Kadar?
Kadar's the male. This is the male right here.
That's Kadar.
Kadar is 3 years old along with his sister. And Kadar means strong soul.
Strong soul?
Yeah. And then we have Vanita over here, laying down over here. And Vanita, V-I-N-I-T-A. Vanita means graceful lady.
Gracefully. Do they ever, as siblings, do they ever fight?
They argue.
They argue?
Yeah, just like any other kids.
and when they argue, how do you handle that as a handler?
Just tell them to stop.
Just tell them to stop. And
they don't really hurt each other. They just argue.
Yeah.
And they don't mean any harm on each other, so it starts and goes in just a few minutes.
What's your biggest challenge as a caregiver?
I don't look at any of it as a challenge. It's all just my life.
Is this one of those things where you just, it's not really a job, it's just like your love?
Yeah.
And you just love to get up and go to work every day?
Yeah.
That kind of thing?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
exactly like that. There's no time clock, I gotta go again today. I don't have any of those things. And what I'm trying to do is beat the clock before the end of the day. Is what
Sure.
I'm trying to do.
And are their mom and dad back at the zoo?
Yes.
In Texas, correct?
Yeah.
Where in Texas is it?
Right outside of Dallas.
Outside of Dallas, and what's the name of that zoo?
All Things Wild.
All Things Wild. Okay, and who's the owner and the person that runs that zoo?
It's ran by a corporation, All Things Wild.
Okay.
It's incorporated.
Okay. All right. Do they ever get to see their mom and dad?
Yep.
Do they ever get to go in and interact with their mom and dad?
And they wouldn't in the wild either.
They wouldn't. Okay. They're pretty much all independent
Yeah, 2
now.
years old, they leave mom and go on their own way, so they wouldn't have anything to do with mom.
Sure.
Or anything. Especially the male. The female might, run over, her area might be close to mom, they might see each other, but they really wouldn't, desire to see each other.
Sure.
Whereas the male, he would probably never come back because his father would run him off, wouldn't want him there, because once he's of age, now he's a competitor.
Correct.
So he
Correct.
wouldn't want him there.
Correct.
He would go wandering until he got large enough, because they leave at 2, but they're not fully mature till 5.
Sure.
So he needs to get that strength and that build in order to be able to take over another tiger's area.
Right.
So he's going to wander until he either comes upon a tiger that is lamed or old, and he can take it, or he'll get big enough where then he can actually fight for it.
Sure. Now these tigers actually let you get up and nuzzle them, and
No, not at all.
They're
Yeah,
not.
you can
They're not the gentle type of tigers,
Well,
right?
they're not trained for that.
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
not bottle-fed babies. They're raised by mom,
Okay.
so they know that they're a tiger and I'm a human, and they don't. There's no gray line there.
Interesting.
So I could go in, I could brush them and do stuff like that with them. I could touch them and stuff, but I'm not putting my head in their mouth or anything.
Sure.
like that.
Sure. Now, if somebody would enter their cage that didn't know them,
I don't know what would happen because we've never had that.
Never had that
so I
happen?
wouldn't know.
okay, I suppose they would probably take that as a threat.
I really don't know.
But when you guys go into the cage, they pretty much allow that.
They ignore us.
They ignore you.
Most of the time I go in there, they just look at me like, oh, it's you again. You're going to brush me?
You're just a maid,
Yeah, just the maid.
just cleaning up after them and feeding them. Well, they're beautiful animals,
Thank you.
Lisa, and I sure appreciate you taking a couple minutes to stop and talk with us. And how many county fairs like this? How long are you on the road
We
all
come
year?
up in the summer to beat the heat from Texas. So we
Okay.
come up north and we come up for June, July, and August, and then we go back home.
How many shows do you do a year?
I don't know. I don't really haven't never counted. I would say somewhere between 20 and 30.
20 and 30 shows
Yeah,
a year.
because we do travel all year, but
Right.
we're not traveling on a tour. We go from the zoo out and then go right back and then out and then we'll go right
Sure.
back. So.
And what does your day consist of? When you get up in the morning, what are your responsibilities for these tigers?
Oh, first thing I do is check on them. First thing when I wake up in the morning, I go check on them. Make sure they got water. Then I clean up after them because I'm sure they've made some kind of mess during the night.
Sure.
And then I just keep an eye on them, make sure they're good and make sure everything's safe and sound for them. And that's what I do all day and feed them.
Sure. Now, what would happen if you're on the road here and they would get sick? What
I
would
call a veterinarian.
do you have a vet that is like on standby with you that travels with you, or?
No, we just go to local vets.
Okay.
And anywhere there's a zoo, there's a vet that can take care of it.
Okay.
Every state has a zoo, so
Sure. So you'd have to go to the closest zoo.
either
which
that or
would-
they come to me.
Okay.
Most of the time they'll come to me.
You'd most likely be Minneapolis Zoo then for here.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
All right.
It depends on what the ailment is too.
Sure.
If it's not something major and it just needs, just a little bit of medication or something like that, a vet that works with cats and dogs could actually help.
Sure.
But mainly, yeah, we use vets.
Cats and dogs. That's interesting that you'd you take it. Maybe you're one of your tigers. Have you ever called one of these vets, and do you call them ahead of time? I suppose they have. You guys are called ahead and let them know that you're coming, things like this.
We take care of them.
Just in case there's something that happened.
We've been traveling for a long time. The tigers are pretty good. They very rarely get sick.
Yeah. So people don't realize, I don't think, all the groundwork you guys have to lay before you come to a show like this. And
There is a lot of it.
have you ever had any challenges as far as the people go with your tigers? Like trying to stick their hands in there? Or
No, people
nothing
are
like
pretty.
that?
They respect the animal. They see the size and it's pretty amazing. So people they know.
Well, Lisa, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Again, Lisa from All Things Wild, and this is Mark from the Dodge County Independent. We thank you for your time.